And welcome back to episode 145. We that far in. We 145 of the Hit the Shower podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Here with my punk ass co-host and point man, Malcolm, Philadelphia Eagles #1 baton twirler.
Hey Cliff, I know. Hey Cliff, I just want to let you know I feel sorry for you. If I could, I'd make a clone of Hurts and send him to the Raiders.
Listen, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. We got my guy Quentin Q McLeod in the building. What's popping?
Cheers, fellas. I'm feeling awesome.
I know you
feeling awesome.
And we got my guy CT back in the building. What's happening?
What's poppin'?
Shit, just another one. But since you brought up my Raiders, Malcolm,
fucking trash, man. They need to look. The only thing good going, hey CT, you already know because you keep up with all the sports. What's the only good thing happening in Vegas right now, CT?
Aces.
That's the only talk of the motherfucking
town. My God.
You said what?
The Aces.
The WNBA team.
Hell yeah.
You already knew the answer to that, Cliff.
Right, he knew. He knew who
they brought the first championship back to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't feel bad about it. Like, I don't feel as bad as I normally would.
Oh, here we go, Cliff.
I don't feel bad as
I
normally would.
You gotta feel a little upset.
Nah.
Right, Cliff?
Normally I'd be upset. I would be upset. But like I've said so many times, I'm not too against Carr blowing this season and us like finally seeing we need to get rid of him. I wouldn't mind this being the visual that the Raiders need to get rid of this motherfucker.
But you have no backup plan if you get rid of Carr. There is no backup.
I don't listen. Put Stidham in.
He's not. Stidham in. See, that's what I try to clarify when it comes to fandom. Are you just trying to win a game or two, or are you trying to win it all?
No, I'm just trying to hold off until we find someone. I don't mind falling back to 500 team until we get somebody that we need to lead at quarterback. But I don't think Stidham is the absolute worst. I think he is a quarterback that'll get us a record around 500.
You think, real quick, y'all, you think Stidham in perhaps the hardest division right now, the AFC West, with the rest of those quarterbacks and those teams, that Stidham could get the job done even with the division? Go ahead.
I'm not asking for the job to be done, and we'll get to you, Q. I'm not asking for the job to be done. I'm just asking. I feel like it's an abusive relationship. I'm asking for the abuser to open their fucking eyes and realize that this is not the situation you need to be in. And if that means pulling this motherfucker and putting somebody that everyone knows is not as good to prove the point of you're not cutting it, you don't play, that is absolutely fine with me.
But aren't you the same man that says sometimes you got to go with the devil that you know?
Yeah, you do. But I mean, after 6 years of going with this motherfucker and 2-0 in the best situation your team has ever been, or I mean 0-2 in the best situation your team has ever been in, that looks awful. That looks awful either way you cut it. And that's why I say I don't feel as bad, because that devil in me is grinning right now. Like, see what I'm saying? I've been saying get rid of this motherfucker, and now y'all are starting to see. But what was you about to say, Q? You forgot?
I don't think the Raiders have a quarterback, running attack, or a defense worthy of getting you a win right now.
Man, they got a running. They got a running attack. They just don't stay with it long enough.
Nah, I don't. The structure is at right now. I don't believe it's enough to get a win right now.
To get a win?
To get a win. The defense fell apart this weekend.
That's wild. No, they did. They did towards the back end of the game.
It wasn't on the offense. The offense was efficient. I mean, they weren't the greatest, but it was what the game required. I'm just saying collectively to put it all together to get a W, they don't have enough on either side. You need a quarterback. Yeah, maybe that'll help the defense out a little bit, but
it was on the offense as well because they didn't really score like that in the second half.
No. A
lot of punts. Yeah.
Right. So it's on them just as much. Yeah. And that's the thing about it. When you choose to overload one side over the other, what you're doing is you're signing a contract with that side saying that you understand you're the better half of this team. The offense is the better half of the Las Vegas Raiders. You understand that. So you have to perform to compensate for the fact that the defense may lack. And that's something that you just can't live up to.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with Malcolm off the air because I actually watched a good portion of the game. I watched about the first half, and then I saw like some of the back end. No, I didn't. I didn't see the end because you told me that Arizona scored. So I went back and watched that. But I think Devontae Adams is going to end up getting upset with Carr.
That's what it is. Yeah, they didn't bring him in for like, yeah.
And it ain't even about the losses, in my opinion. I think it's the fact that Carr can't get the ball to Adams. Carr is only good for 15-yard maximum routes and the occasional long ball. The very occasional long ball.
They got to get the running games going more. That's what I'm saying. Like in goal line and stuff in the red zone, they get shotgun a lot. Like I'm like, put it in the defense's hands because you know what's coming. Like
right.
He's looking at Waller, he's looking at Devontae, and if you take those two away, you got a sack most likely. You know what I'm saying, or something. You know what I'm saying. Or
he's 9.5 times out of 10 a fade route. Fade route to the corner.
He wants that fade to the. That's how he got Waller on that touchdown. Luckily, he got his feet in. You know what I'm saying? But they just love that fade route.
Man, I just don't get it. But
he got Devontae early with a screen, like a little quick screen, a touchdown. That was all he had all day, really.
2 receptions, 12 yards.
Trash.
That's all he had.
1 touchdown.
Trash.
Yep.
Garbage.
And even that's gonna get old. Even Carr feeding him those short yard touchdowns is gonna get old because everybody's gonna start knowing who you going at.
And obviously defense is picking it up on it, so
I mean,
they adjusting to it.
And honestly, you're not stopping Devontae if he digs in and hard on that route. He gonna get out that double team.
You're absolutely correct, but the difference is Aaron Rodgers could get the ball to Devontae breaking away from a double team. Carr ain't got time.
Nope. He ain't got time either. I noticed like he was getting like rushed a lot. Like JJ Watt was even getting to him a couple times. So I was like,
he did. He's just too scary. At the end of the day, he's a scary.
And like I told you, he's not gonna take that 4 or 5 yard run. You know what I'm saying? And slide. You'll never see him doing that.
Maybe 3 times a season.
Or if it's that quarterback sneak, you know, where he gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, he's just not it. He's not the guy. Period.
They don't have that chemistry for the ball to be there when he breaks open.
And you know what I mean? Hunter was getting smacked.
He's throwing it after he gets open. When he does get it out to him.
Well, see, that's my thing, right? That's what I would have imagined was the reason to bring your quote unquote best friend onto your team, because you should have that chemistry of, I know he breaks away from this time. But my issue is that Carr is not that accurate of a quarterback, and as he's not a split-second decision maker to commit to that throw, to knowing he's breaking away right now, I'm going to put it right here. He's not a guy that throws his receivers open. He's a guy that throws to open receivers.
He throws those float balls a lot. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'll never see him dotted up like on a quick zoomer. Yeah.
He won't.
And he's been playing long enough, period, to kind of recognize some of those things, especially with injury and things like that. So maybe he should be the one, besides Kyler Murray, that needed the damn study clause in his fucking contract.
Well, that's funny. That's funny that you bring that up, because I kind of wonder, what film are you watching? You know what I mean? Like, when you're watching film, are you watching film of the team that you're facing the next week, or are you watching film of yourself fucking up the week prior?
Both.
You don't probably watch
way. There's no
ain't no way you doing that.
There's no fucking way that he's watching that and making the same mistakes week in and week out.
He needs to watch another team quarterback and wide receiver player or something. You know what I'm saying? Watch Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, or somebody. How are they getting open? How are these other dudes?
No, I said he needs to watch who'd I say?
Some people
say Josh Allen or something. Somebody who has their best friend
Stephon Diggs
on the team
getting 3 touchdowns.
It around.
Come on now, Stephon Diggs 3 touchdowns last game.
Right.
Like, you know, it's going to him too. Like, that's crazy.
Right. Man, the guy's most in a situation he's in with multiple weapons, Patty Mahomes, Justin Herbert. You can kind of see it growing out of Green Bay if those rookies gain some consistency.
Right,
you need to watch those guys.
And if Alvin can get in a fucking game.
Yeah.
He got the weapons. You can't say he don't got the weapons this year.
Right.
Yeah, he has them. He has them.
Right.
He got 2.
Watch what Tua did.
Like, man.
He's not Tua, though.
You gotta. I know.
You gotta watch what he did. Like,
I know Josh McDaniels calling them good plays too.
like sure. You know, in the second half, Arizona brought a lot of pressure.
It's just a mental block, Cliff. That's all it is. You can't control.
He's scary.
A mental block.
Yeah, he is.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy, Mr. Running Back Ezekiel Elliott. Has the potential. Had the potential. Oh, he's gonna be one of the greatest. Even you said it, Cliff. Since Ohio State, he's gonna be one of the greatest. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. He ain't done shit.
Ever since his rookie year.
Right. I mean, you can tell there's something else there.
It's a mental block, Cliff.
He's
too big now.
Yeah,
he is big.
He is.
Dude.
Fucking fullback.
He's big now. Yeah, he is.
And he seems like a hippie. I kind of feel like he's going down the Ricky Williams path behind the scenes. Like I feel like he's probably getting high as fuck.
That's why he's in Seattle and shit, catching him at the weed store.
What's up,
shit.
Cali?
Guy Cali.
Oh, right. Yeah, what's up, Cali?
He pulled a girl's shirt. He pulled a girl's shirt down.
I knew my guy was gonna pop on.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, you already know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big Jets. On the set.
Hey,
I was at that game too, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I was at the game. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I was so lit. I fell asleep during one part of the game from tailgating too early.
Oh yeah.
And I seen that score. I'm like, man, I'm out of here. So by the time I realized we won, I was already in the goddamn parking lot, man.
That's where that video came from.
Yeah.
Him getting hyped.
The video of me sleeping, yeah, that was like.
Oh no, not that one. The one you sent to the group chat where you took the picture.
Oh yeah, man. I was like, damn it. But no, it was I had a great time though, man. The Browns fans definitely they show hella love though, man. They you know what I'm saying, they was doing their thing. It was, it's not a divisional rival game, so it's kind of like, they rooting for their squad, we rooting for ours or whatever. But I'm sure it got a little rowdy at the end, especially when they lost in that fashion. But I'm like Robert Lasala, I'm keeping receipts. I heard all that we're gonna lose by 17 and 14. But me and my man's Kill, he was like, yo, we said Jets on deck, so got that.
Yeah, no, I definitely had.
That game was crazy. I was at the end of that game watching it.
I couldn't believe it, man. Joe Flacco jumped in the fountain of youth and just, he found that old school Flacco flow right there, man.
I thought he was going to do that last game. That's why I had him. I picked him to win.
Okay.
And then when I seen he didn't do that, I was like, fuck that. The Browns going to take him. Then he did exactly what I thought he was going to do the week prior.
The Browns should have just went down. Chubbs could have
but they also thinking like 30 to 17. They like, it's a wrap, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was literally a 0.3% chance of the Jets winning. Like, I mean, the odds of us winning was like hitting the Mega Millions, you know what I'm saying? And just sometimes, man, the ball just, bounce how you need it to.
Listen, Flacco
we needed that win in the worst way.
Yeah, too.
What did he throw for 4 touchdowns?
Huh?
Flacco?
He threw for, I want to say 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
300 plus 4 touchdowns, yeah. Garrett Wilson looking like a monster right now, too.
Knew that, though.
Yeah.
Knew that was
Ohio State boy.
So that Corey Davis scored, too.
Yeah, he did, man. I mean, that's crazy how open he was. I mean, that had to be a blown coverage.
That was just a punt.
I mean, you already know he was playing.
They was in punt defense, like
had to be because it's like y'all had to be in prevent defense. You already know, like we don't got no timeouts.
Dropped off.
It's crazy.
Nah, they just Browns did a Browns thing. Just
that's
like
why
Raiders
did a
Raiders
Browns stuff, man. Like,
because that was ridiculous. When we watching that game, we was watching that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had just came over and we turned it on.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
I had a gut feeling that shit was gonna happen, especially when he lined up for that onside kick and put the ball flat.
Oh my god!
He put it flat. I said, I ain't never seen this before. He about to get this motherfucker.
Yeah, he put that bounce on it, man.
That shit was crazy. Cliff and I looked at each other. We said, did that just happen?
And you couldn't line up, right? You couldn't line up like how you did back in the day where you put all your line on one squad because he could have took that either way.
That's true. Yeah,
that's why the team was spread across the whole field.
Cleveland's whole
hands, they did change that.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland's whole hands team needs to run. They need to run. They need to do push-ups, suicide, barrel balls.
I'm replacing every one of y'all with the practice squad.
Right. Real shit.
Every one of the onside kick team practice squad is coming for that.
Right.
That play, it would have the Browns come out in white jerseys with brown numbers with the big holes.
Right.
To run an onside kick. That's bring the practice squad in. Keep them
it's so crazy, man. Because, for all of the coaching and stuff, Kevin Stefanski, he gets all of these props for coaching, but that was all situational coaching right there. Situational coaching. And, you know what I'm saying? They can say what they want. At the end of the day, the Jets, you know what I'm saying? We was ready as far as like just game plan wise, being in that situation, situational coaching, just doing everything to a T, man. I mean, shit. They gave away the game, but we still had to make the plays to win this shit as well,
Big boy question.
Nope.
Do y'all do that with Zach Wilson?
I don't know, man. I think we'd be 1-1 with Zach Wilson, but I think it would have been we'd have beat the Ravens and probably lost to the Browns. That's what I believe. Based off of like a lot of the miscues that Joe Flacco had in the first game with the mobility of Zach, I think that he could have, made some things swing our way. But I feel like that was just a perfect storm as far as sometimes not being mobile in the pocket makes you have to scan the field a lot better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Flacco, man, he was just able to get in rhythm, man. It seems like him and Garrett Wilson, which is weird because Garrett Wilson has said it during training camp when he was like, hey, the ball just comes out different from Flacco in the sense like just saying that, he got that veteran touch to it and he just puts it in the place where you could, and you've really seen that come to fruition in that game, you know what I'm saying? But then when I looked at the 22 breakdown of the week 1 game against the Ravens, Wilson, man, he was wide open the whole game as well. But the line wasn't really doing anything to give him enough time to throw to him. Right. So this time, it was what it was, and I seen a lot of people complaining about as far as the defensive rush from the from the Jets. Talking about all of the money we put into the defensive line, but people also gotta be mindful that first 2 games you're playing against Lamar Jackson, where you always on cue for the run, and then you playing against one of the most run heavy teams in week 2 with the Browns with a backup quarterback. Now, if they would have had Deshaun Watson, I'm sure it would have been a lot more balance to the play calling. But you got Jacoby Brissett; they're gonna run the ball like 80% of the time. And not too many teams are stopping them to do that anyway. So it's like, man, most you could do is contain it and hope that, you could force Jacoby Brissett into some situations where he makes a mistake. Because Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, they're going to get their rocks off regardless.
And the crazy thing is the run beats up the defensive linemen. You know what I mean? Because it's the one time where and this sounds crazy, but follow me. It's the one time where the offensive line actually gets to be on offense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you have scheduled blocks that the lineman's not prepared for, so he doesn't see you coming. He doesn't see that guard pull on that play, and you get to be offensive with your hits. Whereas when you're in pass protection, you're on the defense. I have to push you off. I have to watch your moves on this situation. So when you got a run heavy team like Cleveland with a running back like Nick Chubb, that beats the fuck up out of your defensive line.
Of course. I mean, just like you said, man, perfect point. Like, when your game plan is to run, offensive linemen love running the ball because they can push forward. And when you can push forward, you dictate in the momentum of where it's going. Whereas in the pass play, you gotta back up and wait for them to make a move. That's why, that's why the pass rushers like Von Miller and them, man, a lot of cats, man, they're not that good at the run stop, but at the pass stop because it's a whole different technique, man. That's why most times you see like the big dudes that can take up 2 gaps in the running game, they have a lot more success than your edge rushers in the running game because of the way that the offensive lineman can move forward and dictate where it's gonna go.
Right. But enough of your Jets. They did good.
Yeah.
Big up.
I'll take my dub, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them Eagles, woo.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, they looking good, man. They look good.
Me too.
Serious. What was it? The first he completed. He was 9 for 9 for his first 9 passes.
Yeah, they said he ended up completing 80% of his passes.
83.
83%.
Down. Yeah. Where was it at? Yep,
83.
He looked like a running. He looked like a running back running that ball.
He did.
Oh, he is.
He
He
did.
is.
And then the crazy thing is,
Man.
even with that 83.9%, they weren't easy passes. He was throwing into double coverage.
Yeah, he's
I was
throwing
looking
in
like,
the
oh
double
my
coverage,
fucking god,
zone coverage, all of that. That was his biggest knock last year, was being able to fit it in the small windows and zone coverage and throwing people open. And he definitely did that this game.
man. Listen,
He got a better weapon. You can tell AJ Brown definitely helped the team for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, man.
that
And
goes
then-
to show that you should listen to your quarterback. Now I know you shouldn't listen to every quarterback, but a quarterback knows what would complement his arm. And Hurts was asking for AJ Brown. He said last year they was trying to get AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get him, and look what you do. Same thing happened with Joe Burrows and Jamar Chase. Get my nigga, and I got you.
Right.
Get my nigga, and I got you. You get
Well,
him.
don't
That
sleep on our tight
quarterback.
end, too.
You said
Dallas
what?
Goddard. Don't sleep on our tight end. Dallas Goddard is probably one of the top 5,
No.
top 7 tight ends in the league too. He gets hella passes.
No, that's agreed,
Really?
but I don't know if you say was that requested, because a lot of Eagles fans was mad they gave up Zach Ertz for Goddard.
Right, because
But they just traded they got a younger tight end,
Right,
pretty much.
right.
who could get is just as much production, if not more, and was less injury prone.
And
The
then
only reason why they got rid of Zach Ertz is because he started to become injury prone, and they weren't wanting to pay him the money that he
Right,
wanted. So
right.
there you
So
go.
he
that's
injury
really
prone
what
on
it
this
came down
team.
to. That money.
Right.
But he on the Cardinals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Injury
not.
prone
I
on
mean,
the Cardinals.
No, he's doing
Right.
all right though. He is doing all right.
He's doing good, but every time he's like questioning, I'm like, man.
his best years will always have been in Philly. I guarantee it.
Oh
Guarantee.
yeah, that Super Bowl run. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time teams. Yeah, I was gonna say most of the times teams, especially with the big free agents, if you catch them at a certain age bracket, you paying for what they already did, not what they necessarily gonna
Right, he's one of them. He's
Yeah.
one.
I don't know.
You
man.
hope he's still gonna bring it to the Cardinals.
He's not going to be
so-
top 5 tight ends in the league.
No. That's a tall feat to request of him.
He'd be
I'm just
lucky if
saying-
he's top 10.
I'm just saying, when you say his best years is in Philly,
Yeah, look at his production when he was in Philly. That's the longest tenure he
I
spent.
don't know though, but I mean, if you
He's
got
off to a good start this year though.
right, that's what I'm
How old
saying.
is he?
I don't know his exact age, and I ain't even about to throw it out because I'm not.
Hey Siri, how old is Zach Ertz?
Probably like 31.
31. Yeah, right
Yep.
on
So
the
if he got 2 more years left,
Yeah.
if he got 2 more years left with Kyler Murray and them, I think they'll get one.
But you're 2 more years and you're injury prone. You have Cliff Kingsbury as your coach, who is not a good coach at all. Kingsbury is one of the worst coaches, in my opinion, in the league. He gets scrutinized all the time. He's trash. DeAndre Hopkins, what the fuck's he gonna do? And when he comes back, what's he gonna do? Where's your team going?
He's ranked 5th tight end right now in the league, so he's productive. He's doing some stuff right now.
But that's not going to be enough in the NFC. That's not going to be enough for.
Malk
Yeah.
is the nigga that broke up with his girl and is like, but she ain't gonna have a better life than what she had with me though.
And that's,
You know what I'm saying? You don't know that
That's true.
because the Cardinals, that's a good spot to fall.
they're not
Yes.
a good
It
team.
is.
That's
I mean,
a
they
good,
can
regardless of
sneak
what
into
you
the
think, that's
playoffs.
a good spot to fall for
Okay.
an
It is.
aging tight end.
The way the NFC is shaped right now, I mean, you got to figure. Who knows? I mean, it's week 2, but you figure, man. I would say I doubt there's gonna be a wild card coming out of the NFC East. I think that Philly should wrap that up, and I doubt there's gonna be a wild card out of there. So you got to figure, man. Like NFC West might get about 2 in there. I mean, the South, they might get. Figure maybe that would be toss up between the Saints and the Buccaneers, and who knows if they won. The Buccaneers is one more injury away from being bad.
Listen.
So I feel like the wild card spots, man, it's gonna really be a toss up because there's really no clear cuts on like the division leaders at this point. I mean, I feel like Minnesota seemed like they was gonna make some noise, but I don't know, the way they played against Shaw, that's a whole different thing.
Right. But you know what's crazy as well though is you brought up the Buccaneers. I feel like, and I was watching that game too. I feel like there were some questionable calls to keep them in that game.
The Tom Brady effect.
Yeah, I really do, because there was a fourth down that they went for that would have been a turnover on downs that they called something crazy on. It was a personal foul or something like that, where he hit the quarterback and put his weight on him, or it was something. It was either something with that or the wide receiver. I can't remember exactly what it was watching the game, and I was just thinking, like, it was to the point they had to pull the referees over and, like, deliberate, and all you seen is the black dude, like, I don't know. That's all you kept seeing him do is, I don't know. And he just looked away and was like, personal foul, defense. Like, fuck you. If you don't know, I do. Tom Brady, continue your route.
Right.
You got to consider the Buccaneers coach as well. It's Todd Bowles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Todd Bowles. Callie, you know best. Look at Todd Bowles.
Yeah. I mean,
so they was really scoring only on defense, though.
But what's wrong? What's the coaching have to do with anything?
Coaching has to do with a lot.
Well, I'm saying, like, what's that have to do in this situation? Because if I'm being honest, they're still getting wins, so you can't much question the coaching. I'm questioning the referees and the calls when Brady's playing.
Oh, I thought you questioned the coach call.
No, not the coach's call, the referees. Okay, it seemed like every time the Saints had the Bucs on the ropes, the refs would then step in and be like, personal foul or whatever the case, and it would continue the Bucs drive, like, or get the Bucs the ball back, and it's like, god damn, like, it happened twice that I saw.
No, they just feel bad for Brady. You know, he's about to lose his family. You know, some real shit.
He want to lose his family because he want to keep being a fucking vampire.
Man, Jizzy from the block is for the streets anyway.
Yeah. Well, Tom still loves her.
Oh, Giselle from the block is listen. Jizzy from the block is, you don't listen. Let her go, Tom. If she wants to go, let her go.
Well, what's crazy too is that speaking on your part of with the Malcolm with the coaching with Todd Bowles, I think it's not going to show right now, but I think later on down the line in the season, he's kind of flat to me as far as like personality wise and everything. I don't know if he's going to be able to really rile the troops. Like him as a defensive coordinator is a little bit different if he had the right personnel as far as leadership in the locker room. But as far as him as a head coach, from the experiences with the Jets, which is, you know, it could be a whole 180 at this point from those years to now. But I just feel like, I don't know if he's going to be able to rally the troop. I feel like BA had more of a personality to kind of.
Think?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, there is, man.
I think you know, Flack too. I think the only time he fizzed up is when you put that Antonio Brown Mentos in his Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, he doesn't show no emotion. He doesn't show nothing like.
Bruce Arians?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, he was always a little bit more.
He was always a fired up coach.
He was fired up. He was fired up against that Saints game. In that Saints game, he got fired up. Yeah, I mean, you can get. I mean, but see, I don't know if I consider.
He was fired up back when he was a coordinator in Pittsburgh.
Man, I guarantee you, I could pull up 20 Google pictures of Todd Bowles right now. He gonna be making that same dumbass face.
International nigga look.
Man, just
like nigga look.
Isn't that what they call it? The
he always got his mouth like this.
It's the look when you don't know what's going on. You play like.
Listen.
Hey, that defense.
I mean, I think I don't knock him being a good coach, but I don't know if like head coaching ain't for everybody. That's all I think, man. As far as just, it's a lot of.
Well,
it's more than
he done to slip. He ain't slipped yet.
His defense was ready.
Yeah,
3 points last week for the Cowboys. They must say 3 points last week. They only gave up 3 points this week.
I mean, you think
the defense.
That's why I said it's only week 2, but I
think three interceptions and 6 sacks.
Yeah, they loaded.
I mean,
they got their defense loaded.
His defense came to party.
Speaking of 3 interceptions, didn't Darius Slay get 2 in that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I know they had 3 total.
He got 2, dropped 3.
He dropped 3 interceptions.
No, he dropped 1.
He dropped 1. He dropped. I watched him drop 2.
Y'all was saying Slay ain't like that. Y'all said he's falling off.
He was targeted 5 times. Got 2 picks. He dropped the.
He said that was Mount.
You know, Mount gonna find. You know he gonna find the counter. Like he did have 2 interceptions, but you dropped 3 of them up. Malcolm's Darius Slay's dad. Yeah, you did all right, but you could have did better.
It's just he doesn't. I feel like if the ball hits your hands and you're a wide receiver or in the secondary, especially, you gotta catch that ball.
But that's why they are where they are.
Some of deflections count. They be happy to get them deflections. You know what I'm saying?
That's why defensive players are not wide receivers.
And he ain't got hands like
because their hands aren't wide receiver hands. And I'm not saying that in all cases because you have your Trayvon Diggs who started out as a wide receiver.
That's what makes him so dangerous.
Come on, like let's be real.
Burnt though.
The reason why DBs are DBs is because of size and hands.
And wanting to hit. Like a lot of receivers don't want to hit.
Right.
So they, you know what I mean? Like if you get a dude, his hands is high, but he want to hit. He's got that dog in him. They be like, oh, yeah, come over here.
You know what's crazy is most people that want to hit aren't the ones with the best hands.
See, exactly. That's my thing, Palom. I mean, I remember a lot of guys back in the day that had hands in the secondary.
Polamalu, I wouldn't say had hands.
Ed Reed, right? Ed Reed.
I wouldn't say he had hands.
Polamalu had hella interceptions. He had diving.
Right.
He had keyword diving, acrobatic interceptions.
No,
that's why they be ready. They be
though, Malk. Hands is like when you say hands, you're thinking of Odell Beckham. When I'm seeing a Polamalu interception, it's a bringing it into your chest.
Dion had the
one. Yeah, he juggled a lot.
Not a hands
but Dion wasn't going in for no
tackle. He still held onto the ball though.
Right. That like a DB should, but not like a wide receiver should.
No, that's
why they be ready to turn up when they get some picks. They be ready to celebrate. Sure.
You just said earlier that the wide receivers and cornerbacks have different attributes. I'm not expecting a DB to catch the ball like a wide receiver. I'm just saying you should be able to catch the ball if it hits you right. That triangle we laughed about, me and you at your house when it was like this.
Right.
Watch your little triangle and it hits you in the motherfucking
Open your
triangle.
pussy up a bit. Who was that? That was the
it was drop passes then, Clip.
Was it the Saints tight end? Who was that?
Them fucking games.
Pussy was tight, like it was overlapping, like open your hands.
But sometimes you get too excited, you be ready to catch it, you look off, and that thing drop. It's over. Like,
they be anticipating getting hit or just trying to make
it. But keep it a buck. Usually, what is it? Ball went through a receiver's hands. This motherfucker wouldn't have fit through him. Like I can't lift my shoulder up, but his whole his hands were overlapping each other.
Some dudes be having them small hands too, though. Like,
but they shouldn't be touching when you catching that ball.
Right, maybe fingertips, but that's it.
Yeah,
maybe thumb, index. Maybe those are the only 2 or 4 fingers.
Sometimes they be like, "Damn, I did not expect that coming to be like that pretty." You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I get it. But his hands were way too tight to catch that ball. It looked like he was batting it away.
Hey, CT, you ain't speaking from experience, are you, CT?
Whoa.
Wide receiver.
No.
Everybody's done that, though. Everybody's done that.
I got the record at my high school for the most catches. So I caught a couple of them.
Everybody takes off before they catch the ball. Has done that before. I've done that in the game before.
You just be over.
I used to be a little butter sometimes about go.
hey, CT, you was a fucking Anquan Bolden out there. That's what the fuck you were, motherfucker. God
man, damn. I should have took the football route for sure.
I try to tell you, boy.
Man.
Did y'all talk about them fins any already, man? With that
no, let's talk about that.
No, Lester ain't showing up. I guess somebody,
Yeah, that's really what I wanted to wait on before we started.
You kind of hold off a little bit. Kind of hold off a little bit.
8:30, so we'll give it 15 minutes.
Yeah, give him a little bit.
I'm gonna leave it alone then. Yeah, because I just was wondering. I don't think I'll be surprised if I see Britt. I'll be surprised if we see Britt.
Let's talk about. Can we talk about the Raiders one then? The Raiders then.
I mean, we can get back into it. Yeah, we can definitely get back into it.
My Patriots beat the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to get a pass win. It was
like,
it was
I can't believe
ugly.
the Steelers let y'all beat them, man. But
we called a Hail Mary little deep ball, but that's about all we had. Our defense came ready.
Well, yeah, but they lost T.J. Watt, so I think like the game that changed a lot of the trajectory or like how they was running their defense. A lot.
We can run the ball now on that side. We can run the ball up the middle. It was. Yeah,
and then when y'all drop it back, it's no pressure. Like they said,
did your defense do all right? Because I got them on fantasy.
Who, the Patriots?
Well,
we got a couple. I think Mills got a pick. Got a couple sacks.
Well, they did all right to CT standards.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. They put up 8. Yeah, you put up 8. Because I did play the Patriots last week because they were playing Pittsburgh.
Chargers who the Patriots got this week?
Because they were playing
the eight's good for defense now. Eight's good compared to about 0. Yeah.
The Patriots play
next game.
The Ravens.
Patriots meet the Ravens on Thursday at 1 p.m.
At 1 p.m.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's man.
That's one of the things, man. That's gonna see where we really are, man.
Nah, I feel
on the Ravens, CT.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for y'all that game.
First of all, he ain't spelled Cali right. He tried to say hi Cali, and then he said, "Can you see my comment?"
Who's your nephew?
Yeah, little nigga, we see it was good.
Hey, look.
Kale.
Is Kale's?
Kale's is on here.
Let me find out. My guy.
Bad though, man.
Oh, big head bull.
He older now.
What was we talking about though?
How the Raiders suck and they ain't gonna win the division. They probably won't win the championship.
Steelers looking bad though.
Y'all never heard me say they were. I said I would like one or two things. I would like for them to either go into the playoffs. I said because they won't get a Super Bowl because Carr's known to choke. Or I would like for them to blow this season and Mariota have a good season so they can look into whoever made that decision and get them the fuck up out of there with Derek Carr.
Here's the more.
I think I like Derek Carr a little more than you do, man.
I can't stand him.
Yeah, I know you just not Derek Carr.
Can't stand him.
I take him on the Jets now.
I think they're gonna get it going. They're gonna get it going.
Shit, listen. But you know what's ironic though? I honestly would if he was a couple years younger, I would take Flacco over Carr. Even out of his prime Flacco, I would take that over Carr.
If Josh McDaniels said, "Hey man, we'll give us Zach Wilson in a draft pick and give us Derek Carr," I'd take that in a heartbeat.
I don't know if I would want Zach Wilson though.
I don't know if you would either, but I sure would take Derek Carr.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want Zach Wilson.
Right now,
I would
man,
definitely
the way
trade
our
him for a few draft
picks. If we had a solid, like I don't know what Zach gonna look like when he get back, and I'm hoping it's something, but I don't know, man. But
did y'all put him on a PvP? Okay, so he still got 2 more weeks? Is he back by week 4?
Pittsburgh.
No, it should be week 5.
Right, that's what I thought. You got to stay out 4 weeks. Okay, that's what.
What if y'all 4-1? What if y'all 4-1? Y'all gonna keep Flacco? Y'all gonna have to.
Hell no.
They
gonna put Zach in?
What?
Look, I ain't got time to be playing with Flacco, man. Y'all don't sit here and be praising. All right, let's see Flacco doing that week.
They're gonna say
Flacco, man.
Stop playing. He had a little shine, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, like when you draft a quarterback 2nd overall, man, you got to see what you're working with. At this point, it's like if we do go into it 4-1, man, and Zach start choking, man, then you pull him from there. But they gotta see what he can do because all it's doing is just setting the regime back, man. Because if we gonna reset the clock, I'd rather just keep him out there, let him get his bumps and bruises. If he trash, then if our records show it, we could at least get a quarterback moving forward. But I know they're gonna give Zach another year anyway because they're gonna say, "Oh, he was injured. Oh, this, oh that, blah blah blah."
The issue, in my opinion, is to use my weird ass analogies. I feel like y'all fed the baby being Zach Wilson adult food too early.
Yeah, we fed the baby steak.
Yeah, you should have kept him on baby food and let Flacco run the show and him watch for a bit. before you gave him a human meal, and now he won't eat baby food anymore.
You got to remember too, we had the carriage in front of the horse because we didn't even sign Flacco until like mid-year. Like they let go of Flacco. Then I think he went to the Eagles, I want to say.
Yes.
Then they gave the Eagles like a 6th-round draft pick or something to get Flacco back.
That's exactly what it was.
When the QB coach, he had an accident and died on a bike. He was supposed to be the older mentor for Zach to, kind of come through. So when that happened, they got Flacco back. So at the point when we started the season last year, we had Zach Wilson, Mike White, and then I forgot the third string dude, man. But none of these dudes had any experience. Oh, Josh Johnson or whatever his name.
Yeah, black dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so crazy because Mike White came in. He showed what happens if you actually run the system.
Less in the building.
And then Josh
Johnson
came in.
He had like a 4 touchdown game.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zach Wilson, man, coming from BYU, he want to play hero ball. It's like, dude, you got the arm talent, but you can't just sit there, hold the ball, trying to throw it 40 yards down the field every play. Like,
Zach
come on,
Wilson
dude, just play in destruction.
Have been able to play that kind of ball in a different college division.
Of course not.
True.
I think that
had one of the best offensive lines in his conference.
Right.
So he had hella time to do all of that off cue stuff and run around behind the line and do all this extra stuff, man. Like, personally, I would have.
He went to the Jets.
I would rather take Justin Fields personally, but
over. You would rather Justin Fields than the Jets over. I think Justin Fields has a lot of potential out of all the associated Ohio State quarterbacks because I don't consider him an Ohio State quarterback.
Right, because he came from Georgia.
Right. No, he is an Ohio State boy, and I respect and I love him as that. But he came from Georgia, so you're not a flat-out Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah, that would be the same thing like Joe Burrow transferring from Ohio State to LSU. He's not like an LSU born-bred quarterback because they typically don't have that type of quarterback that gets into the league. But Ohio State doesn't really need it. So he's more of an anomaly as far as if you want to put the history of a college on – quarterbacks having success in the NFL.
Ohio State should have never gave him up.
But he wouldn't have been what he was in LSU. See, certain people...
He would have been the same thing in Ohio State that he would have been at LSU if they would have played
Not with the play call. If Ryan Day would have had him, If Ryan Day would have had him, But at that point, he still was under that Urban Meyer era. And
that's what I was down into it.
Urban Meyer ain't put out no solid quarterback into the league ever.
Right.
Because of the style of offense that he was running wasn't pro ready. It was just like, of course, you could get a tight end in the league or a running back or a receiver, but the stuff that them quarterbacks.
Even when you think about Tebow, he was a run first.
He was a fullback, man. That was just like playing quarterback, man. Like, think about all them dump passes, them little fake runs and dumping it over the thing. Like, their offense was so simple. They just had some of the better players on the field. That was pretty much what that came down to.
Urban Meyer should have took the assistant coach job. Then maybe he wouldn't have gotten in trouble for getting lappers in the.
That dude was wild, man.
Yeah, they wouldn't
have said nothing about the assistant coach getting lappers. But since you were the head coach and we know your play calling is sus, and you bringing in racist defensive coordinators, you got to leave out of here, Urban. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was just doing way too much.
That's crazy. But Les, where you at?
Class must be.
Man, I'm always around, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he got the seatbelt. I thought I was gonna see the arm movement.
I'm all right, Kelly.
I was ready for the arm movement, man.
What about them Ravens?
I'm always in the way, man. Hey man, let's talk about it, man.
It's the only way I can do anything, because if I stay in the house, that damn Pootie, the Mandalorian.
Listen.
Yeah, she did. All you see is her jumping in, daddy.
They're lying.
Right, especially little girls.
Man,
what happened? What happened? Let's give me some.
Yeah, man, tell us.
Hey, quarterback went nutty.
Yeah, bro. Both quarterbacks. Shout out to Tua. Even getting a lot of flack. Shout out to Tua. Shout out to Tyree. Shout out to Weddle. Yo,
Weddle.
Fantasy
Waddle.
Nah, I say Weddle, nigga.
Waddle.
Weddle does.
Weddle and Hubert.
went off. Like, it was just crazy. I'm like, yo, there's no defense? Like, why is niggas just catching everything and running and not getting caught? Lamar took off for like a 79, 75-yard run. Like, nigga, what? Where does this happen? And I'm just like, and what happened to the people saying Lamar he gained weight, he's gonna slow down? That nigga, he was outrunning everybody on the field. So I'm like, he ain't slow enough. And then, like, how do we blow a 21 lead? I mean, Tua did throw them picks early, but fuck that. Like, it's still, that was only halftime. Like, bro, you still got a whole other half to play. I feel like this was the Patriots and goddamn Atlanta Falcon game in the Super Bowl, bro. Niggas got comfy, but they and got stomped. Patriots didn't let them score, and it was over. And it was
comparison. That is an interesting comparison.
It was similar. 28-0, 21-0, it's the same. So yeah, no, I give credit to the Miami team because I got some of y'all players on my fantasy. So yeah, y'all showed y'all ass.
AFC North boys be sleeping on them AFC East team. That's what happened, man. I think when it's all said and done,
nothing like that.
AFC East collab, always playing against each other. I think we're gonna have a winning record when it's all said and done amongst.
Hey, Q, he played your team. What happened in that game? Q, what'd you see?
We sold.
Nah, ain't no such thing as getting comfy when you got Lamar Jackson on the field.
Hey, bruh, he's not enough, nigga. Your nigga threw six touchdowns.
He's not enough.
Six. He was launching shit.
He said six.
Right.
To be honest, the defense figured you out and Tua figured you out, and that was the tale of two halves. Perfect ending. I mean, we traded touchdowns beginning of the second half, and then it was over with from there. Tua threw a touchdown, then we stopped y'all on fourth down because you thought you had it. You know what I'm saying?
Then we went down. Howard dropped that pick.
He dropped the pick, and we come back, throw another touchdown pass, and it was history after that. Y'all couldn't stop us, and y'all couldn't gain it. Y'all couldn't do it no more. Y'all was 1 for 6 on third down in the second half.
Terrible. You're not gonna win the game.
That's what I was telling Malk. I said with Tua and Lamar at quarterback, that game looked like a high school game for real.
Man, it was a lot of fat. It was a lot of speed on the field.
Right.
That was that was the problem.
The Ravens defense ain't been that good this year, anyways. Like,
right.
For real.
Right.
Though I don't even think Peters played, and if he did play,
yeah, he did.
Very
low. He
played. Yeah, I was looking at the injury report. Yeah, I was looking at the injury report. A lot of dudes got cramps.
They had a good first half.
In Miami, right?
They had a great.
Baltimore.
We was in Baltimore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what I do remember when we was calling a game. Yeah, I remember that.
It was a nice day out there. I was thinking about going to that game actually too, but I had a lot of work. Now I'm working right now. That's why I'm in the car. But yeah, so like, yeah, I don't know. It was a good game. I wish I could have seen it live because that should have been crazy. I'd have been tight losing though, but like, I mean, that's straight high school game right there. Like that was action packed the whole game. So
I don't want to see no game like that live.
I don't.
I would.
I mean,
I would.
Well, you was on the right side of that game, but
I did.
To be on the opposite side, I wouldn't want to.
That's crazy.
Yeah, seeing those Browns
21-0 at half, y'all kicking it in the stands, and then all of a sudden that fourth quarter come,
it's over.
Y'all see the Browns fans' faces,
y'all heard
man.
the Miami band playing, and it was like, what's that sound? What's that?
Yeah, that what it was.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Even the Browns game, you know what I'm saying, was similar. Like just up. Up is big, but it was still up, and you just blow leads.
Hey.
That's the thing. Week 2 has been blown leads. Yeah. Teams that have won blown leads.
Raiders and Cardinals. Are part of that. Yeah, they are part of that.
I think it's a testament to the teams that are actually putting in the work and watching video at halftime. Because you clearly see the opposite play of what was done in the first half. It's like, all right, we figured y'all out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting more like basketball now, in a sense, almost.
I think, too, it's that playing until the end, man. Like, you got to play it all the way to the end. Like, you know, like you said, like cats getting comfortable, like, oh, we got the lead, you know, this, that. Like, nah, bro. Man, like teams that's hungry for a W, they gonna play them whole 60 minutes, man. Like, or however many minutes it is, 60 minutes, they gonna run it out I mean, and like I said, we was at 0.3% to win that game. Vegas odds like 0.3%.
Who made bread is what I want to know. Who made bread? Somebody couldn't hold their poker face. Somebody got robbed because they couldn't hold their poker face when the Jets came back and won that game.
The question is, if you put a parlay and you took Miami, you took the Jets, and you took
Cardinals.
Oh my
Cardinals. God! Yeah, money line.
God. Yo, if you'd have took all three money lines, I think Cardinals was plus 200. The Dolphins was I'm not even sure, but I know Ravens was 380. And
man, you could have put a dub on that one of us stat.
Yeah, you would have won 1,000 easily, bro. You probably would have won like 2,000. Because I think that
odds
was
5.
Damn, Q, you should have hit the casino on that one, Q.
Man, I put the wrong team on my Dolphins was on it for sure.
I fucked up. I had many parlays.
Oh yeah, you did. You told
me. The Saints messed mine
Saints
up.
Blew it.
I'm waiting for us to be able to do that online stuff out here. Next season we can.
Yeah, they said January 2023 is supposed to be.
Well, shit, I'm gonna be on the basketball by then.
Basketball is my forte anyway.
Right.
That's crazy. I was a football player in basketball.
I was thinking about that. I like basketball low key a little bit more.
I like basketball too, but I feel like they be.
But we shouldn't be talking like that. It's NFL night. It's the NFL podcast. So I guess we should.
Right, you right. You have.
I like basketball better.
I heard Amon St. Brown went off though. What happened with him? Anybody check him out? Amon St. Brown.
That's not how you say it.
Is it Amon Ra?
Amon Ra St. Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, he snapped. He did.
But he has been. He did the week prior too.
That's the cat with the Lions, right?
Yeah.
I remember seeing him on the. I remember seeing him on that the Hard Knocks.
Yeah, that's where I first got a whip of him as well. I didn't know about him in college.
Me neither. I never heard about
him. I didn't know about him in college.
He needs more targets. I say that.
Wait. Are you saying that he needs to be targeted more, or Goff needs more targets on Detroit?
No, St. Brown needs more targets.
Okay.
Yeah, they need to make him more intricate in the offense. I mean, I'm glad that they did that with Garrett Wilson this week right here, because Garrett Wilson, well, he had 8 catches, 14 targets, 8 catches, 1 change plus 2 touchdowns.
He put up though 42 in the fantasy, didn't he, CT?
I think his stock went up like one of the highest.
Yeah,
he had 2 rush. He had 2 rushes for like I think he had like 70 for rushing. He rushed for like a big one.
Yeah, he had a 50. He had a 58-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he had 12 targets, but I mean, he the offense right now. I mean,
2 touchdowns.
Swift is a little hobble, even though he's producing. He's easily, the way he's playing, should be getting over 100.
Right. No, I agree.
And you can clearly see something's wrong with Swift when he's running the rock. That's why you demand so much out of St. Brown right now. He's in a Debo position.
But see, I think it's hard to get somebody more targets like that when you know how much they produce.
I don't know. People try the lines too much, so I would use it to my advantage. People still try the lines. That's why the Lions doing what they're doing. Commander should have won that.
I said
on paper,
that though.
Commander should have won that game.
I said that shit, man. I said the Lions is gonna come out the gates hot, swinging, and motherfuckers aren't gonna be ready. And
you seeing that right now? They running through their schedule, man. They gonna mess around and win the division.
Shit, they might.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. You never really know.
They probably watching tape.
Especially the NFC North. The NFC North is wide open. Honestly.
It's wide open, man.
They gonna get beat down.
You said they gonna get beat down. I don't know. No, I really
I
don't
don't know. I don't know if you want to see them, Les.
I don't know.
With the Packers, man, they might be in pretty good
position. The defense has improved drastically.
They can't keep using Aaron Jones like a damn Devontae, bro. He's gonna get injured, and then they're gonna be fucked, and they're gonna have nobody to throw to.
There's no good teams in the NFC right now that you can just say, yeah, they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
No, that's why they.
You got maybe the Eagles, who you can say are contending.
You got to throw.
They are contending. Like they if they make it, they can make some noise. But other than that, man,
wide open.
I don't see nobody. It's wide open, man.
Yeah, you got to throw the Eagles in there as much as I don't.
They the only one that's impressing me.
I don't want to say it because I said it before the season started that I thought the Eagles was going to do numbers, but.
I would have thought the Eagles and the Giants be 2-0 right now.
Exactly. That's crazy.
And that's crazy. I would when I seen that, I said, who the hell?
Not the Giants. I wouldn't have thought the Giants by no means.
No, I wasn't saying it like I didn't think the Eagles at all. I'm just saying the Eagles and the Giants out of, as far as the NFC East goes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people was going Cowboys and then Eagles, not Eagles and Giants.
Right. And then Dak's out.
So the Cowboys still got the win.
That's crazy. That's Cincinnati. I don't know what Cincinnati doing, but I know I was hoping they won that game so they didn't come at us with the 0-2 desperation
that they smacking Joe Burrow.
Sunday coming up.
That boy can't stand on 2 feet for shit.
Nah, y'all got a lot of film. Y'all got a lot of film that show you how to shut Joe down.
Listen.
Yeah. And then, I mean, right now, this is like, we got one of the most expensive defensive lines in the league. Like, they got to have to show why this Sunday coming up for real. Like, shoot, man, Carl Lawson he better play that get-back game, man. He should definitely know how to beat the offense. Well, he's new offensive lineman, but he should know a lot of the schemes that they run in with Cincinnati anyway, since we got them from him.
We see how that go. We gonna get into that in the pick'ems anyway.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all gonna keep picking against, man.
I'm gonna keep going against the damn Jets. All right, I'm gonna keep going against them.
That's fine, man. That's fine.
I look at the Jets. Like a second tier way that I look at the Lions.
Wait, what?
Like. So, remember I said the Lions was going to be a team that nobody wanted to play. Right. Nobody wants to play a Lions because they kind of going in like they got nothing to lose, but they're a better team now. And I kind of look at the Jets as a second tier version of that. Okay. Like where they can still hit you if you're not prepared, but they're not. You don't have to worry quite as much as you would about the Jets as you would the Lions.
So you're saying they're in the 92 and below league instead of the 93
Right. That's a good way to put it.
On 2K, I got you.
Right. But I do still see them as being a dangerous.
Basically, they're not your Chips Ahoy. It might be your great value.
So in 2K, if it was
is that what you're saying?
If it was converted to Madden, like 2K has the top teams, so like the Buccaneers, the Packers, the Rams, all of them would be tier 1, the Bills, tier 1 teams. Then you would drop a team and go to I would put the
Raiders.
We would still be considered we would still be the bottom tier. Whatever tiers it is, we definitely would still be considered the bottom tier. But that's that's 2 games in. Maybe 8-9 weeks into it, and see what's going on.
Y'all going Jet? The Jets going Jet. That's what I do know. It's just a matter of when.
Robert Saleh kept the receipts. He said.
Yeah, he did.
I hate it.
But last game I want to get into, we'll get into the pick'ems and some other news. Titans Bills, real quick,
bro.
41-7
blowout, man. Just blowout, bro. That shit was ridiculous. Just pure
41-7. Stephon Diggs did all that.
All that.
He dropped like 44 fantasy.
I think it was, man. It's the styles of play, man. Buffalo has an explosive offense. once Buffalo gets ahead of you, man, it's pretty much a wrap.
It's over.
And the Titans are like the worst offense to be behind with. Ryan Tannehill not throwing you back into a game, and once Derrick Henry is taking out the game plan, it's pretty much a wrap.
I don't want to hear that.
112 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I don't want to hear that.
Ryan Tannehill.
Because Ryan Tannehill was so awesome when the Dolphins let him go.
That's why I sat Tannehill
so awesome.
Fantasy. I knew he wasn't going to do nothing against Buffalo.
Gave him that check for no reason.
Hey, you got to remember, who was that left? Was it Arthur Smith? That was who left Tennessee and then went and got that Atlanta coach.
Yeah.
You got to think when Arthur Smith left, that might be the biggest difference that you're seeing right now too.
Tannehill ain't it.
Like I was worried about the Bills with Dabo leaving, but it seems like the Ken Norton dude, whatever his name is, new offensive coordinator, it seemed like he just picked up where Dabo left off.
Right. What did you just say, Q?
What about Tannehill?
Yeah, you said Tannehill what?
He just ain't it.
And that's I put Tannehill and Carr in the same boat. In that bracket that you put all those quarterbacks in that just aren't there. They're in the same one.
No, Cliff, you don't do Carr like that. Don't do Carr like that.
What?
Because Tannehill is lower than that.
Yeah,
no, he's not.
Man, come on, man. I'm trying to be real with you.
No, he's not.
He produced more passing yards.
Hey, but Tannehill did have a good week 1 passing, but he's consistently. I agree with Philip. He's not good for play and stats. He's not.
It's the same. Man. They're the same. It's the same. They're not the same quarterback like I say Goff and Matt Stafford are, but they are in the same tier or boat together.
Yeah,
man, those are Tebow numbers.
What?
107. 117.
You're right. Carr will put up at least 200, but it's probably gonna come with 2 interceptions involved. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
I can't put them in the same tier.
Nah.
Tannehill gotta be a notch under that.
Nah, not in my opinion.
And between seeing him play like he said, seeing him play in our division with Miami, and then he had some years with Tennessee, but that's with top notch offensive line. Top 2 or 3 running back, and then you got the fear of the running game so much that the play action, and you got possession receivers like AJ Brown and Corey Davis at the time that can just snatch a ball. So he had a lot of stuff working for him to make him look better than what he was. You know what I'm saying?
He had the weapons to minimize the defensive pressure.
All I can say is
you put Tannehill with Carl,
man,
on the Raiders when all that stuff happened with the coach and this and Henry Ruggs and all that, they would have been tanked. They wouldn't have made it to no playoffs, man. I got to give Carl more props.
Well, no. I agree. The last season was rough for the Raiders. That was a very rough season for the Raiders. With Arnett, with all that shit happening was rough.
Yeah.
For the Raiders.
And that's why we give him more props than that.
You can't give him props for that because that was your 7th year? What happened with that year because you handled that year like a veteran? We supposed to ignore the first 6? 5? Whatever it was?
I don't know. I just feel like, man,
you had weapons
Tannehill
before this.
Been able to do that. And Tannehill been in the league just as long.
Listen, I don't know. I feel like it's all situational. Like, I think you put Tannehill in that Las Vegas jersey, in that situation, it may be
he does worse.
No, it may be comparable. You may be able to compare the two. Because what I will say about Tannehill is I think although you say he may be a tier below Carr, his decision making is above his. I think Tannehill's decision making is above Carr's. So while Tannehill may be lower in all other categories, that decision making is a B+, where Carr's is a.
I really got to go and look at their numbers and compare them career-wise to see. I already know how Tannehill's look from Miami. I got to see his last couple of years in Tennessee versus Carr.
I mean, he didn't do awful. He hadn't done awful in Tennessee until really now.
Well, you got to think that playoff game last year was bad.
Right. But you said though. You said it. The playoff game. Last
he was already
Carr's
like
first year making the playoffs. With Amari Cooper, with all the pieces that you've had. That was your first year making the playoffs. And you're a 500-yard game quarterback, huh? 5,000 a season, huh? But that's your first season making the playoffs. And you did exactly what I said you was going to do. Bust the first.
It's still the Raiders, though, man. It's still dysfunction. That's a dysfunctional organization. I don't know what it's going to look like now, but it was a dysfunctional organization.
You know what?
Man.
You said it.
Quarterback to overcome a dysfunctional organization is hard. I mean, you know, shit, man. If you look at the better teams versus the not so good teams, it all comes down to functional organizations, man, from the top down.
I agree with that. I think you said it. And I think that Carr is too functional to be involved in a dysfunctional situation.
Yeah, you gotta be a certain type of certain type of talent. Yeah.
He's not that guy. He's not the guy to be able to deal with that. Now, I think, honestly, I do think if you put Carr anywhere else, fuck it. Switch Mac Jones and Derek Carr. I think you have completely different seasons. I think Mac Jones looks like the big nuts, and Carr does as well with the Patriots. Because you have a coach that cares about you as the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like the Patriots are used to Tom Brady, so they'll call plays that he won't even get pressured on. And Carr doesn't do well under pressure. The Raiders are constantly needing to get yards, so it's always pressure. You don't do well under that.
Right.
It's just not a good fit. And I'm not saying he's an awful quarterback. It's just not a good fit for him. His brother, I would almost put in an awful quarterback slot.
Man, he went to Houston though, man. They did him dirty over there. They did him dirty.
Yeah, they did do him dirty.
He was good at one point.
Yeah, I do agree with that. He could have been better, but situationally, that did kind of fuck him up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You get ramsacked like that every game for 2-3 years. Right. You see what happened to Andrew Luck, man? My man said, man, I'm done with this shit.
You know what? It's funny that you say that. Because that's what I think is happening with Russell Wilson. I think that, like me and we talked about, I'm not saying you agree, but I'm saying I think that Russell Wilson or Seattle Seahawks broke Russell Wilson. I think that the lack of offensive line that he had to deal with in Seattle put him like skittish to the point that now that he has a decent one, he doesn't trust it enough. And he's making the same mistakes because it's like I expected he was going to get through because he did in Seattle. But you held him off. I appreciate it. I'll make a better decision next time. And it's not happening yet. I'm not saying it won't happen. I do think Russell will eventually catch his rhythm with Denver. I just don't think it's going to be close to what Denver expected when they got him.
Yeah, I think people are downplaying the fundamental changes that come along with having a new coach and a new system. Granted, he's a smart dude and he learned the Wisconsin stuff, but there's a lot of changes that happen. Like, when people, like you figure, all right, Buffalo, new offensive coordinator, New England, new offensive coordinators, Miami, new head coach, Denver, new head coach. I mean, dude called a 64-yard field goal.
Who is who's Denver's coach?
I think he was the Packers offensive coordinator.
Is it Hackett?
Yeah, Nathaniel Hackett or something like that.
Yeah, and that's funny that you make that point because he did say that Russell Wilson would call him at all hours of the night asking about the playbook.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, probably, and then Russell Wilson probably second guessing a lot of this stuff too. Like, what the hell is this, dude?
Right.
Like,
he said that too. He said that they both worked together to revamp it as well.
Yeah, so, he probably like scrap this play.
Right.
I don't like this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you know, depending on the coach, man, takes a coach a lot. You know, coaches got a lot of ego, offensive coordinators especially.
Right.
So for them to let the reins go and try to collaborate with the player, especially a veteran player that's kind of rigid in their ways as well, it's like that meeting 50-50 halfway that they need to in order for it to flow smoothly might not happen, you know, right out gate.
Right,
you know,
right.
Then.
And then think about it from that same standpoint. If you're adjusting plays in the playbook, all those veterans that had the playbook down now have to go back in and rememorize.
All right,
so you are going to have issues with connections from that regard.
Yeah. How many guys you think even have the playbook down? He's a brand new head coach bringing in a brand new system to all of the players that were playing under Vic Fangio. So, you know, they got to switch all their stuff around as well.
Regardless, Russ ain't being Russ. Or Russ is being Russ. Let me find out Russell Wilson is the Russell Westbrook of the NFL.
That would be crazy.
Let me fucking find out.
It might have been really just been the Legion of Boom that was carrying him.
That definitely could be. And you have Marshawn fucking Lynch.
I still believe to this day that they lost that Super Bowl because Pete Carroll and the organization didn't want Marshawn Lynch to be the MVP. Mm-hmm. I believe they gave up a ring just so Russ could look like he was the champion.
Right. I don't know that I disagree with that either.
This was like, oh, I'm only here just so I don't get fined, Marshawn Lynch at the time.
Right.
No talking to the, I mean, obviously it ended up making him a hell of a lot of money because it's so funny now when people look back on it. He do all these commercials, but you know, at that time, I'm like, everybody looked at it like, what? I mean, you remember Richard Sherman's face? That was priceless.
You're right.
Like why did y'all just right. This dude literally ran down the whole field. Y'all on the 3-yard line and you go for a quick slant?
That nigga had a Harvard graduate reaction.
I mean, but you're right though, Cliff. I mean, it's going to be a hard road for Russ. I'm looking at the Broncos schedule coming up. They got the 49ers this Sunday. They got your Raiders.
Can't doubt them out with Jimmy G.
Right. And they got your
completely
Raiders.
Different.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might lose that game. Then they got the Colts. I can see them beating the Colts. What I'm saying is they might not win for.
Oh, the Raiders are going to come from them because, like I said, that's our rival. That's our divisional rival. As much as everybody, Kansas City's up there too, ever since the whole Tony Gonzalez days and all that. But Broncos have always been our divisional rival, so I know the Raiders are going to be coming for Russ and them.
And
I still don't know if we get the win, but they're going to be coming.
So the Broncos ain't really played nobody in their division yet at all, have they?
They got a tough schedule. They don't play anybody. They don't know. No,
you are right. You're right.
Yeah, they don't have.
They haven't
till the 17th of October. They play the.
Well, no, the Raiders would be the first.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the Raiders would be the first.
October 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. And we started out with 2 divisional games. Oh no, not the Cardinals. I'm tripping. It's I don't know why I was thinking Kansas City too.
Chargers and then the Cardinals.
They play the Jets on October 23rd.
Yeah, I seen that.
Who do
Broncos?
Yeah.
So
listen, the way it's been going, the Jets may have a shot. Russ went 45.2% completion on 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
They looked really bad against Seattle, that's for sure. And what you call it, they looked bad both games.
He single-handedly fucked my fantasy football lineup. Single-handedly. My kicker was worth more than him damn near. Ridiculous. I think Seattle ruined him. But beyond that, Les must be doing his work. Because I did want to touch on Lamar Jackson's elbow situation.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with his elbow.
I don't know. He didn't participate in practice Wednesday and was limited on Thursday. He did do an interview and say he will be throwing on Sunday and he'll be throwing a lot. But I question that's publicity talk.
Ain't nothing wrong. They giving him time off because they still ain't paid him what he want to be paid.
Listen, all I'm saying is you're not throwing per game like Flacco's throwing per game. So if old ass Flacco isn't having shoulder, elbow issues, what's wrong with yours?
Nothing. That was a reason to get out of practice. Hey, coach, I ain't coming today.
Could be. It could be.
That man run the Baltimore Ravens right now.
You think? I don't think. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that he runs the locker room. I don't think that he runs the organization. If that was the case, they'd have an agreement on his contract extension.
He could still come in one day and be like, fuck it. I don't want to play no more till y'all pay me.
No, he definitely could.
Yeah, but his ass gonna get fined a whole lot of bread. He still got 2 franchise tags waiting on him and everything.
I know. That's terrible.
Yeah, bro, they ain't gonna keep paying that franchise tag.
Hey, 6 years, $350 million, guaranteed $290 out the door. Let's go, Lamar. Get that man his money.
First of all, yeah, who wouldn't? But I don't know that Lamar is a 6-year opportunity. First off,
I would.
No, I'm not saying that he's not talented by no means. I'm just saying to expect me to believe he's gonna last 6 years healthy.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I don't see it. That's like 80-something games, and let's look at how many games he's played over the past couple years.
Hey,
he ain't really missed that many though, to be honest.
He's only missed last year. He missed almost half the season.
Hey, Cliff, he worth that,
right?
Because you don't want to see him in no other uniform.
I'm not saying he's not worth it, and I'm not saying I would want to see him in any other uniform.
It's the guaranteed money, isn't it? Like giving that much. I mean, well, you know, Deshaun Watson, the Browns messed up the game for everybody else with that guaranteed money. So now he looking for something where they looking at, man, like, dude, your style of play, we don't know if you're gonna make it 5-6 years with that style of play, and we giving you all this money guaranteed. Right. And I'm pretty sure that's the offer that they gave him was more about the guarantee. Like they'll give him a ridiculous amount of money, but all of the guarantees is not.
That's a good point too,
because he's like, listen, dude, I want the guarantee.
That's a good point too, because I can see him saying that to the front office, like, look what they paying Deshaun Watson and he getting massages and shit. But but the front office is like, it's the fucking Browns. It's the Browns. They do dumb shit. We don't.
Hey, but he the quarterback and the running back.
That's why I say he should add into his contract, if I exceed so many yards or so many rushing attempts, bonus gets added to my guarantee.
Like
Deebo Samuels did. Deebo Samuels did that with the 49ers. Since y'all rushing me this much, if I hit these numbers, y'all giving me this much more, and they agreed.
Right. So either he gonna get the money or he gonna get less wear and tear. Either way, he wins. Yeah.
Right. But once again, I think that may come down to Mount's point that when you negotiating with your mom, you and your mom, with these sharks.
Hey, look.
I'm not even gonna bring race into it, but these sharks that have been doing it, and parents have been doing it for years and years, you don't win fighting that on a dolo mission.
Man, that offer ain't good, Cliff.
What offer?
Whatever they offering ain't good.
Anyone the Ravens can offer at this point.
You gotta have some type of lawyer or something looking at the verbiage at least.
6 for $290.
6 for $290 with 165 to 180 guarantee.
Man, no, I would deny that.
Hell no.
Immediately.
Hell no.
I would almost be like
6 years?
I would almost be like, open up the trade gates, because that's disrespectful. I'm about to head out. Who's about to pay me? 49ers, like I said, 49ers is looking real right for Lamar Jackson right now. That's a good team to be on. If you come to the 49ers as Lamar Jackson, instantly becomes a Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Super Bowl favorite.
Right. Instantly. And you don't want to pay me? And they're looking for a quarterback? I'd be like, fuck it, I don't even want no offer from the Ravens anymore. 49ers, what's good?
Kyle Shanahan with Lamar Jackson. and Debo.
That's a
carry Kittles.
That is a fucking lethal combination. Man. God damn.
That's
a problem.
And
they got defense. And they got defense finally. Oh man, that's looking crazy.
What number do he wear? 8.
Yup.
You don't want to see that new black 8 in San Francisco. He gonna have to call Steve Young and be like, bro, I know, but I'm here now. Can you allow it?
Hey, you got that red 8, that red and white.
He ain't Brett Favre. Maybe they need water in San Francisco.
I mean, because Greg Roman, he's a good offensive coordinator, but he ain't got shit on Cal Shanahan.
He's trash. I think he's trash. I mean, he's
all right. I mean, I got to give them props for tailoring the offense around him. Not a lot of teams would have done that to begin with. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to give him those props, but he's never evolved it from where it was. It's like it's just at a plateau. It's not evolving anymore.
I don't think that was really his call. I think once they drafted Lamar and gave up them picks, I think that's when they're like, okay, this is what we got to do.
Right, like
you know what I'm saying? I think that
in the corner.
This is what we got to do.
I thought it had to do more like with the financial loss that they took with Joe Flacco betting on himself, and then they got burned from that. And they knew that they offense wasn't tailored for what Lamar Jackson does, so they had to kind of tailor it behind that because they still had him on that rookie contract.
Yeah, that sounds.
Maybe, but I wasn't worried about Flacco.
I'm talking about
I wasn't worried about Flacco
aspect.
I mean, they would have had to get rid of Flacco anyway, because Flacco wouldn't have been able to mentor Lamar.
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's not. You know what I mean? Like, I do think Flacco is talented enough to mentor anyone.
You gotta do is share your screen up on Zoom, and I think it lets you do whatever. I think if you ever
really? Can I do it like that? Let's see. I'm not going to try it right now, but
that's what they be doing in meetings and shit. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, showing the group shit.
Listen, you think I pay attention in meetings and shit? I don't know. Oh, it does have screen share right here too. I bet.
Share a screen.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. I know how I can do this. We'll have it for next episode and all that jazz.
Inventing the wheel.
Introducing a new feature.
Listen, I know exactly how I can do that. But what you say?
We ESPN, Mama made
it.
But Mike Evans in the Marshawn Lattimore situation. I know they both got ejected from the game, but as far as I've heard, only Mike Evans has gotten the 1-game suspension.
He's a repeat offender, and he ran all the way from the sideline back.
I get it. But Marshawn Lattimore hit Fournette, and he didn't really hit Brady, but put his hands all in his face. Like,
I thought Fournette hit him first.
I saw the opposite. I might be wrong, but I saw the opposite. I saw them all getting into it because it started with Lattimore and Brady, and then Fournette got in Lattimore's face, and Lattimore hit him in his face mask, and then that's when Mike Evans ran over. You said what, CT?
Fournette pushed him first.
He did push him first. Okay.
Marcus Lattimore, he got hit twice. Fournette hit him first, and then Mike Evans came and hit him again. Yeah.
They jumped him.
Yeah. See, the thing was, though, like, Mike Evans, he got the suspension, really, because he ran all the way from the sideline back over to the field and just being extra. Plus, he already had the thing from doing it before.
Right,
so,
right.
He getting convicted
but
for
why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If I'm Mike Evans, why wouldn't I? Like, you just gave me another opportunity to get. Listen, Mike Evans versus everybody.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, now, man, if they lose that game because he ain't there now,
right? That's a divisional.
Yeah, you gotta think outside of just the moment.
Nah, he was hella calculating. He was like, they don't got Lazard. They don't got none of they got to worry about Sammy Watkins is the only thing. Man, fuck this. I'm about to take the 1 game. I'm about to hit him. I don't like him. I'm taking the one.
Didn't they get into it once before already? It was the same too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
they've got it. They got into it a couple times. Actually.
I think that's because Lattimore be like getting in their face during the games and playing that press coverage and getting under.
But a lot of corners do. You don't see no shit like that with Ramsey, and I don't think Ramsey got hands. They're not division rivals either,
though. They're not division rivals though. You know what I'm saying? Like the Saints and the Buccaneers. I'm just saying
anybody. Like think about how much Ramsey's on that. Anybody.
Last time I seen something like that was was that Odell Beckham and Josh Norman?
You might be right.
Them two, man. They was like Tom and Jerry.
You might be right on that.
Them two, man. I remember that was hilarious, man. Like it'd be a whole plays all the way on the other side. Them dudes just over there scrapping on the other side, just fighting. Like,
no, you are absolutely correct, and I think you might be right.
Because I think that's when Josh Norman, because when he was playing in Washington, and Odell was still with the Giants at the time. And then I think they got into it again when he went to like Carolina and Odell was somewhere else. Them dudes just.
But the crazy thing about that is, you only see that with the best. You know what I mean? Like the best, like Josh Norman and Odell Beckham, the best wide receiver at the time. And the best corner at the time. Dion and Jerry Rice.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore, like y'all are nowhere near the best in either of your categories. Y'all are great. I'm not saying you're not great. Love Mike Evans as a wide receiver. Love Marshawn Lattimore. But you're nowhere near Josh Norman, Odell, Dion, Jerry Rice. So,
right.
What is it about? Who fucked whose bitch?
It's just a rivalry.
You know what? You might be onto something, but that sounds like it's off the field.
Like, something else is going on here.
Man, that's been like that, man. Mike Evans been running up on him, hitting him from behind and so on and so forth since Jameis was on the Bucks. I mean, Mike Evans a little bitch. I mean,
that light skin syndrome. He got that Chris Brown and Drake syndrome.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Well, if it is light skin, they may be able to take the dub off of that situation. Cause he was on everybody. He hit Lattimore and then grabbed what was dude's name? I can't remember his name. He was like number 3 or something like that. Grabbed him. He had 2 motherfuckers on him. He didn't give a fuck. I want everybody.
That's why the whole team took him down.
Right. And they needed the whole team to break him up. Listen, Mike was on one. I'm not mad at him for that. But let's move on to the pick'ems and we'll wrap it up. I would like to point out we did not have a winner for last week's pick'ems. There was actually a 4-way tie between me, Q, Chris, and Coach Mike. All 4-2.
That's cool.
And the only one that hit a spread was Malk with the Kansas City Chargers game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great game.
3. Mm-hmm.
Great game.
So yeah, we will put it down as the 4-way tie for that week, but that really won't matter unless there's like a tie towards the end of the end of the season. Then we'll have to start counting like records, who had the best record out of the tie type shit, or how many spreads did you hit type shit.
Oh, so I keep the belt.
Yeah, so right now
I'm just sharing it with y'all.
So right now you are in the lead, I will say. Regardless, you won week 1 and you tied week 2, so Q's currently in the lead for the belt. But since you in Mississippi, you ain't gonna get the belt. We gonna have to make you a trophy and send that down to you.
To come get it.
Cause I ain't mailing the belt.
Just like winning the lotto. I ain't mailing shit in. I'm coming to get it.
But this week, since there was a 4-way tie, I did add an additional game, so we had 7. And that was really because I saw the Packers were playing the Buccaneers as well, and I thought that was a very interesting game to throw in the pick'ems. So we'll get into those now. Coach Mike texted me the beginning of last week. He said he wasn't going to be able to at football. He got something going on this week, so he did send me his pick'ems, and I did advise I would accept, even though he wouldn't be on the show, to give them himself. So we'll go through ours, and then I'll give his opinion as well on the picks, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
I guess since I said Packers Buccaneers, let's start there. Coach Mike said Bucks by 3. He said he thinks that's going to be a defensive matchup, and the Bucks are going to pull that off. I'm not.
Bucks 6.
You said Bucks 6?
Bucks 6.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say I'm not inclined to disagree with them, just for the simple fact that the Packers are missing players as well. Players they need. Players that I wouldn't have drafted, Lazard, if you wasn't going to play. So I'm kind of inclined to lead with the Bucks as well, but I'm not quite sure. Les, you said Bucks 6?
Bucks 6.
Okay.
Just a touchdown. You know. I think it's going to be a close game. It's a close game. You know,
no,
2 field goals.
Think it's close.
Yeah, 2 field goals. You know, I really wanted to go like 9.
Uh-oh. You said like 9?
Nah, I'm going 6.
Okay. I'm really on the fence, to be honest. Nah, I guess I gotta go Bucks. I gotta go Bucks for the simple fact that I think Fournette has a decent game against the Packers. I don't think they have enough to really stop him from doing what he does. And then on top of that, with run success and Tom Brady, that makes it hard to pull off the win. And what?
And you got Godwin though. And you got Godwin still.
Right.
Still got targets. You know what I mean? Regardless.
Yeah,
and Brate. Cameron Brate. Yeah, you got still got some people.
I think I'm going Bucks 7.
Yeah. I'll say Bucks by 10.
Bucks 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me the Packers by 7.
See, yes, I feel it a bit, but
yeah, I'm just gonna go against the grain. Flat out, man.
That's some jet shit.
But see,
that's some jet shit.
The only reason why I don't lean towards Packers is because there's just when Lazard is still questionable, and I believe he came back last game, but only had like a reception for 9 or 2 receptions for 9 or something like that. You're not healthy. You're not ready.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Sammy Watkins, like if he's going to be able to do it himself with Aaron Rodgers.
I'm thinking about like Mike Evans is suspended for this game, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's another.
And it's in injured again, Chris Godwin.
Nah, he's supposed to be back.
Right.
Oh, he's supposed to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna take the Packers.
Get ready to pack it.
Get ready to pack it. I don't know. I would normally lean with the Packers, but in
the Green Bay pack 'em ups.
Yeah, man.
Green Bay pack 'em ups.
I think Mason Crosby wins it. Packers by 3.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna put that down too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would also like to add, other than the pick'ems last week, Les, you were absolutely you were 50% with your predictions. You said Derrick Henry doesn't get 100 yards. He did have 13 attempts for 25 yards, 1 touchdown.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
25.
He was incorrect though about honey mustard. It was barbecue.
It was a barbecue.
It was barbecue.
Definitely.
But he got that.
Yeah.
Britt also said that Green Bay was going to tear up the Chicago Bears. They did win 27-10. So I'll give her that as well. So listen, them is team victories. That means we got good predictions. Oh, Britt's not on, so she gets the good X through her pick'em box. Same with OG Mike Brown. That motherfucker ain't picked once, I don't think. So we still need Chris. Oh, he hopped off?
Yeah, he been on.
Yeah, he hopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him driving. So he gets an X too.
It's all good.
All right, and next game. Let's go from the bottom up. Let's go Ravens Patriots.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna need a minute.
Baltimore by 10.
I was about to say Ravens by 9.
I would say I like Ravens 10. Shit, I'm gonna take it a step up. Since we lost and we was up all them fucking points, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna say Ravens 21.
Oh shit!
Just because I feel like Lamar's gonna come out and be like, "Yeah, bro, we really just blew this shit." To a team that's not, it was good, but the first quarter or first half they weren't. So he's like, "Yeah, bro, we gotta make a statement and come back." So yeah, Ravens 21.
Yeah, give me
shout out to Savage.
Give me Ravens by 13. I want to say maybe like 27-14. I'm predicting the score to be.
Okay, you said 27-13?
27-14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I said Ravens 9?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay. What you got, Mal?
I got Ravens by, I'm gonna say 17.
Okay.
Big cojones.
Right.
Yeah. I think they're gonna blow out New England.
You don't have to, man. They just.
Okay.
Give up a major lead.
And then Coach Mike had Ravens 3. I don't know if
y'all ain't get that up. We took that, man. Come on now.
When you up 21, bro, it's like college. You up 21, 28, 35.
Stop
playing.
Okay. Next up, we gonna go Ravens Titans. I'm honestly on this one. I'm going with the Raiders, and I'm going by 13. I think Devontae Adams has a discussion with Derek Carr and says, "You need to hit me. Like, look for me, bitch." So I'm gonna go Raiders 13.
I'm going Raiders by 6.
That was you, Mount?
Yeah, I don't think y'all can slow down Derrick Henry. I think he comes back with a vengeance this game.
I don't know.
Can I take the under instead of picking a team?
You stupid.
Man.
It does get tough with the way the Raiders been playing.
And I don't see Tennessee even pulling that out anyway. I can't even go on Tennessee.
I mean, they are at home. Damn.
No, I still don't see it.
I don't see it.
Tennessee by 1.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
This is a Tannehill world.
Oh man.
You know, he get his only good game of the season by winning it.
Yeah, he did say the Raiders don't have enough to win. He didn't even say.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anti-Raiders right now.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
I'm about to blow my weekly. I'm about to blow my weekends. Fuck it. Since the Raiders almost had a motherfucking tie last week, we're going to get tie this week, all right? Tie Raiders and the goddamn Titans. I'll just blow my pick 'em. I don't care. We're going to tie.
Tie. I put it there.
Raiders and the Titans. Give me the yeah, man. I'm gonna give me the Titans by 3, man. I just feel like they on the ropes. They on the ropes right now, man. They gonna be so thirsty for a win.
Shit, the Raiders is too, but I get.
Well, y'all 1-2, right?
No, we
no.
Y'all 0-2.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all 0-2. No. Matter of fact, change my thing, man. Give me the Raiders. Then I ain't realize y'all both was 0-2. I thought y'all was 1-1. Somebody gotta be 0-3. So I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'll give me the Raiders by 3. I think it's gonna be a close game either way, or it could be a blowout. You never know. I mean, I could be right or I could be like incredibly wrong. Who knows?
No, I got you switched. Jets Bengals. Interesting.
Let's hit a blowout scores now. So I can prove y'all wrong.
Listen,
again.
Burrows ain't been playing well. I think this is one of those situations where
they back against the wall though.
Yeah,
I'm going stupid on my pick.
What?
But it might work. I'm going Jets 17.
Oh shit. Ooh. Oh shit.
You said Jets 17?
Yeah.
Jets 17.
I'm not mad at that pick, but 17 is wild.
I'm going.
Hey, Burrow does not have an offensive line.
No,
me and Callie preached last week on that defensive line, man. Y'all gonna eventually get it in y'all head that the boys is coming. Just by 17.
And you got to think too, man. We got Sauce Gardner and we got DJ Reed on the sides, man. Our safety play is still a little shaky, but I feel like, man, we could definitely get home to the quarterback.
Something, man.
Garrett Wilson's a dog, man. I think he's gonna have like a Justin Jefferson, what you call it kind of year this year, man.
Chase kind of year,
Long as Zach Wilson don't come in and fuck it up. But
no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I agree with you there.
He's going against some good defenses, so he getting experience.
He was an ex-Ohio State boy too. He left Ohio State and went to Bama, wasn't it?
Who?
Was it Bama or LSU?
Who? Garrett Wilson?
Yeah.
No. He came from Ohio State. He a Texas dude originally, but he went to Ohio State the whole time.
Okay.
He didn't go to. No, he came to college.
No,
he just went to Ohio State. That was it.
He left, didn't he?
Who?
I think he left.
No, he can't. We drafted him from Ohio State.
Then that must not be who I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, because Garrett Wilson, he Ohio State through and through as far as like he committed to Ohio State, went there.
Yeah, that must not be who I'm thinking of. Who am I thinking of that went to Alabama?
Oh, I'm trying to think. That sounds familiar. Oh, I know what you're talking about. He left Ohio State and went to Alabama. My guy, he went to the Lions. He was injured.
Oh shit! Yeah, the receiver.
They saying that he would have been. They arguably saying he would have been the first receiver off the board if he didn't get injured. My dude, he got the dreads. Jameson Williams or something like that. I think Jameson Williams. I want to say.
Yeah,
the wide receiver. Yeah, he was Ohio State and then left Ohio State and went to Alabama.
I think you are correct.
That's it. That's him. That was him because it was Jameson Williams, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. They had a squad,
right?
And their squad was so crazy that Jameson Williams left. He couldn't really get that much burn. He went to Alabama instead. That's how crazy
he was the top guy when he went to Bama.
Yeah.
Ohio State always get the receivers, man.
Yeah, they recruiting game. Ryan Day got that recruiting game going crazy.
I mean, who doesn't want to come to Ohio State? The number one team to put players in the NFL.
I mean, between them and Alabama.
Whoa.
Number one team to put players in the NFL.
Ooh. I don't know. Alabama whole squad be going to the NFL.
I don't know. Miami done put a lot of them in there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man, fuck you and the you. No, they have though. Yeah, they have.
I was gonna say, man, give me my Jets by Jets by 7.
Jets 7. This is tough for me, man. I want to go Bengals 6, but
who we talking about?
Bengals, Jets.
Man, I feel like this should be a tie again.
Les, you're a fool, man.
No, I ain't gonna tie again.
He said, man, we gonna have
I'm already giving up a week.
Right. That is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie.
Take a tablet,
I want to say Bengals 6. Think long, think wrong. I'm going Bengals 6.
You know what? Since I do got like 3 Jets players on my fantasy, I mean they ride the bench most of the time, but sometimes Michael Carter get in.
I mean Michael Carter's actually the starting running back.
Yeah, he went off a little bit.
He's the starting running back, but I don't know why they just seem to go with Breece Hall more than him, which is weird.
Yeah, I like him and I like Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I do like both of them.
And I like Corey Davis.
Elijah Moore is due for a breakout game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've been keeping him on my bench. I've been like, bro, I'm ready to drop him in, but I'm like, I don't need him. I don't need Flacco not hitting him the ball. And then
Denzel Mims.
Shit, the way Flacco been throwing though, he gonna get him the ball.
Denzel Mims not
throwing anywhere from 35 to 60 passes a game, he's gonna get them the ball.
As long as he get 50%.
Flacco throwing. All right, I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one. I'm gonna ride with Cali on this one, just because I don't fucking like Cincinnati's trash. I mean, can't keep.
I'm starting to feel like they really just hit lightning in the bottle last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets. I'm gonna put an honorable mention. I'm gonna say Jets 6, and the Jets are gonna win when Flacco throws 22 completions. He's probably going to throw about 40 attempts.
That ain't enough.
You said 22 or 24?
22 completions, and he's going to throw 40 attempts. 40. Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah.
Okay. What you got, Mom?
That's only like 53% or something crazy stuff.
I'm actually gonna put.
I need him to be at like 65, 70%.
Oh no, Flacco ain't gonna do that. He didn't do that the first week either.
I got Bengals by 10.
He missed some passes.
Bengals 10. Okay.
For 59, that boy
got
was
Bengals 10.
Yeah, they gonna win. They gonna win that much.
I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase get back to what they do. I think it's gonna be the game to do it.
I got to check and see if Michael Carter or slot cornerback.
I got Joe Burrow in fantasy right now, Callie. So I'm biased. I got him in fantasy as my starting quarterback.
We got Eagles in Washington.
I'm picking Washington. God damn it! Nah, I'm joking.
It's in Washington. It's gonna be in Washington.
I'm going Eagles 28.
Hell, crazy.
I take Eagles by 4.
Cliff, you do know Cliff Carson Wentz is. I know it's only 2 weeks.
He has been doing all right.
But he's like top 3 in passing right now in the league.
I told you that.
It's actually number 2. It's Tua then Carson Wentz.
I told you that too. I said Carson Wentz is going to do good in Washington.
I'm going to say Philly by 14.
Philly 17. I trust my cheesesteaks.
All right.
Hey Cliff. You know your niece done went upstairs to the room by herself, just up there chilling with her bottle, watching Coco Melon. Like, that's
that new show.
Man, I'm tripping that she went upstairs on her own. She's 2. She just went upstairs on her own, like, I'm about to go lay down.
I'm tired. I'll kick it.
Yeah. Waiting on me.
That was karma. Like, I'm tired. I'm out. Who you got, Q, for the Eagles Commanders?
Man, I got Philly by 12.
Okay. All right, then we got Bills Dolphins. This is interesting.
That is interesting. That's gonna be a good game. Where they playing at? At
Bills
Buffalo?
Dolphins.
Hey, Miami.
They playing in Miami.
Man, Buffalo, the hottest team in the league right now, man. I gotta go with Buffalo by at least 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, nah, not in Miami.
You said at least. So what is it? Bills what? 20?
I would say Bills 17.
17.
I'm taking Miami because they playing in Miami. Most teams don't do that well, especially early in the year going down there to Miami, that damn swamp. Buffalo they played bad against Jacksonville both times they went over there too. Same reason, because they go down there, that humidity and all that stuff, man, wears them down.
All right.
So I'm gonna take Miami in this one, divisional game. Give me Miami by 6.
6.
Miami's offensive line looks a little shaky. That last game I was watching with the Ravens,
they gonna throw a bunch of screen passes.
Only gave up 1 sack.
They got the screen passes.
But Tua was on the move for 65% of that game.
Right.
Yeah, in the second half, he started going left. I said he needed to
that
go
roll
left.
Around.
He started
The
going left.
The easiest way to neutralize Von Miller is a steady screen game, man. If he got to respect that screen, it's gonna make him think twice about rushing in and bull rushing for the quarterback. And they got the speed on the outside for it.
You are absolutely correct. Who you got, Key, for the Bills Dolphins? We need Hugh Less, and we got one more.
Man, I got a sloppy game, man. I'm hoping it rain like it's supposed to. I hope it rain like it's supposed to. You got that humidity mixed in with that moisture. Make the ball a little wet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 good running backs back there. Got to attack that blitz a little bit. Dolphins by 7, no bias.
Dolphins 7, okay. He said no bias.
No bias.
Is that that's
who you got, Les?
Is that a primetime game?
No.
Nah, it's an afternoon, early game.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Where's it at?
Miami.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's some. Okay. Man, I'm gonna say the Bills. That boy Juggernaut been going.
Man, listen.
The Bills 10. I think it's
What you say, Bills what?
Bills 10.
10, okay. All right, and then last but not least, Steelers Browns.
Oh my God.
Steelers Browns. Oh, that's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
What you think the score gonna be with the Steelers Browns?
Thursday night.
She said 28-7 Steelers.
28-7 Steelers. So that's 21. That's a 21 point.
That's what she said. That's what Ashley said.
Let me put her. I'm gonna put her above you.
Yeah, you can put her. Yeah, put her in the asterisk next to mine.
He said 21.
I don't know, man. The quarterbacks are even. Wow.
I'm gonna say T.J. Watt going.
T.J. Watt's out.
Yeah, he out. Yeah, he out for multiple weeks. I gotta go. I'm gonna go with the land by.
He tried to cover his story so she don't recognize that you going with the opposite squad.
Out the op.
Oh shit! You said what's the land winning by?
Give me Give me 6 on that jump.
6 on that John right there.
Hey,
I'm going 6 on the land as well. I already had it written down, but I ain't say it.
don't Pittsburgh usually get a tie every year?
Yeah,
Nah,
seemed like it.
Yeah.
nah, they just play real close games and barely win.
But
Well,
didn't they get a tie last year? I thought that they did get a tie last year.
It wasn't last year. It was definitely the year before.
Okay.
I think it was back.
I don't
to back.
remember if it was which one it was, but I definitely remember them having a tie.
Were they tying this year?
Wasn't that the Duck Dodgers year?
Ooh,
Whatever
you calling it a tie? Okay.
There's already been a couple ties already, so it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
You calling it a tie?
Can't be in the North if you don't get a tie.
And it's in Cleveland too. So
right. So you got Malk, we got Malk and Les, and then we got Hit the Showers and we out this bitch. That's right at 2. We right at 2 hours.
I said Pittsburgh by 3.
Oh, you did, okay.
I'll take Cleveland, and I'll take them by. Man, it might be the land of field goals. I'm gonna take them by. We'll do 6.
6. All right.
Field goals and clear.
Well, that's a wrap for that. Who are Hit the Showers and we out of here?
Easy. Baltimore. Ravens defense. Steve Scotty. Greg Roman. John Harbaugh. Y'all all just hit the showers.
College coaches.
Y'all allow all the coaches. How the hell you
coaches?
All 21.
That daughter. What up, baby?
Fucking slide in.
What up, baby? That's a fake smile. She don't know who to recognize first.
See you, Uncle Cliff.
My Hit the Showers is going to Bruce Arians. You're no longer the head coach. You can't act that way on the sideline. I mean, I get it. I get your feelings, but you're not the head coach anymore. You can't do that. Hit the Showers.
I'm gonna give mine to Cleveland. Blowing that game.
Listen.
They blew that one terribly.
Listen.
So they got Showers.
I get that. That might be a hands down. That should be the most voted. We got Q and Les.
I got a 2-part Hit the Showers.
Okay.
All right. First part is definitely gonna be for Baltimore for blowing that lead that they had yesterday.
They ain't blow it. Miami took it.
Yeah. That was crazy. And then the second part is gonna be for myself for leaving the damn Cleveland game thinking that we lost.
Right.
The part that I realized we won.
Right.
I gotta hit the showers myself for that. I definitely hit the nap time during the game, so I get the showers next.
That's a good one. Do we say Les
And I got
and Q? Okay.
I got 2-part 2. Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry.
That's a good combo.
Do I need to say more?
No, you don't.
Y'all was the best. Y'all was putting the conversation last year, and y'all tried to show it the year before.
It's
and I'm
very
in the
rare.
I'm in the South, man. I hear a lot of Tennessee bullshit too.
Right.
So
it's very rare that your quarterback and your running back both fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
So yeah. Don't come to the game Sunday.
Well, they got the Raiders, so I'm hoping they don't show up again.
You
so
look like
to
it.
all my shower heads, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. We'll be back Wednesday with another one. Until then, be good at it, motherfuckers. We out.
We out. Pooty, say bye-bye.